So conscious mind gonna turn everything that you hate, bring it back to yourself. Conscious mind be acting fake when it cannot replace something that was erased. I try not to fight or relate, so I find common place, cause this shit not a race. Kundalini dreams, I sit at blockage in my spleen. Change up what I eat now, lower chakras, what I leave. Alkalize my melanin, sunlight made a better man. My girl's so intelligent, someone I might settle with.
So do I. I'll probably remember where I put it. Thanks very much for helping me look.
Strange videos sent to us from a viewer in Detroit Lakes. It was shot just outside of Country Campground near We Fest.
Now watch closely. Todd Mitchell was trying to get lightning video when he captured a weird black figure darting across the sky and disappearing. Now originally I thought this was just a bug, but the figure comes back and this time it flies through a cloud, guys. It's flying through the clouds. It can't be a bug. Now Todd sent us this video asking us what this thing could possibly be. I have no clue. Andrew, you're the science weather guy. What is this?
It's not weather. That's all I can tell you.
Some were saying it was possibly a reflection in the glass that they were shooting out of, but
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only possible thing. But
The
only possible thing.
Do we cry alien? Do we dare cry alien? I don't know.
Yo, anybody know what that is? So, I saw this, the snippet I had, and then I screenshot it. One second, I'm going outside. Feels good. But they said that post was like 17 hours ago. And they said the news posted that, or had that, what do you call it? Had that topic a few days ago. So, it's the 23rd, I think. Yeah, the 23rd or 24th. And it happened a few days, so like 22nd, the 21st. I had my experience on the 13th. So, damn, like, what is that shit? At first, I thought it was just something I could perceive, but for it to be, like, be on the news and they talking about it and shit, then damn, this might be a phenomenon. So now I'm kind of wondering, like, have any of y'all seen anything like that? Like pretty much like a black mass, like a squiggly line or something, like in the air. And the difference was they saw theirs in the morning. I saw mine at night. Like I was chilling at my bus stop that brings me from downtown to my home, and I'm looking at Sirius. Like I'm looking at, or not Sirius, I'm looking at Orion's belt, like, you know, the diagonal stars. I'm like staring at that. And also, I meant to mention, the reason why I do that, where like I would try to like doze off to sleep looking at the stars now, is because when I came back from Charlotte in January, I had like my head like this, like outside the car window. I'm in the back of the car. I'm just looking at the stars. And we're in the country area, so there's like no light pollution, so you can just see the stars. But it's not as vibrant here on the East Coast, at least with South Carolina, than it is with like say California, where you can see like the Milky Way galaxy. We can't see none of that shit here. We can just see like a few of the stars. And so I'm like dozing off to sleep, like looking at the stars like at the window. And there's a point where I reached that bridge. I can't remember what they call it. I think the hypnagogic state or something. But anyways, it's that state where you cross the threshold between sleep and wakefulness. Like you're just in between. And when I reached that state, I could see all of the stars. Like I could see every star. Like how they talk about in California and like these other places where you can see the Milky Way. And like literally there's more light than darkness in space. It's just fucking dots of colors. Different colors too. Like purples and oranges and yellows and blues. Like damn. And I saw that shit just from reaching that in-between state, which I've reached that a couple times in meditation. And normally how I reach it is I'll focus on my breath ad nauseum. Like I'd focus on the breath, then my mind starts thinking, then I'll go, okay, back to the breath. And then I'll start thinking, and then back to the breath. And I'll loop that over and over and over and over and over and over until it reaches this point where I realize I'm not thinking. And it's like the weirdest sentence ever. It's kind of contradictory, but you have to experience it to know what I'm talking about. But I literally reached this state where it feels like I am the actual field that holds everything together. I don't feel like the body. I don't feel like the thoughts. I don't feel like the self. Like you can't even say everything. I mean, that's kind of the feeling, but it's not, everything isn't the right word for it. And it isn't one either, because even saying something is one, it's still an outwards thing. Like either I am the one which neglects everything else, or that is the one, which neglects the self. So I don't think we have a word for it, which is why I guess they always call it like the formless, the nameless, the incomprehensible, just something that isn't meant to have language attached to it because it's behind language. It's behind imagery itself. It's behind symbolism itself. So relating to that black mass I saw, that's why it was so weird, because I was seeing it behind space. Like, I'm seeing it in the darkness of space. So it was clearly standing out. It was like it was black, but it was like its own color. So, like, you know, space is obviously black, or I guess no color. And then that thing that you saw on the news snippet, that's exactly what I saw. And it just went across and it went in these weird directions, and then it disappeared. And they're trying to say, oh no, eye floaters and shit. But no, bullshit. Because eye floaters aren't even black. Eye floaters are like, I don't even know what color to describe it. It's more clear, actually. It's clear, and it has like a hazy aura, and it moves around. And that's not even the same thing as like looking at auras too, because people will try to bunch those two things together. It'll be like eye floaters. You're not seeing auras or whatever. No, you're literally looking at electromagnetic radiation. Like, that's all that is. So like, whenever you look at like a white wall, I got this white door. It's kind of dirty, so it's not a good example. But you look at this, and when you stare at something that's a plain color long enough, you can see that there's kind of like this TV static, like a radio static. There's some type of motion you can see, almost like bacteria. You can see it move around the very front of your vision. That's why I call it foreground vision, because it isn't what you're looking at. You can do this with everything. I've done it long enough to where I can do it with, like, you know, things like this where I have weird patterns and stuff. Because the example I use is the screen door. You know, the screen door of your porch, or the window. You know how it has that the cross hatches, you know, to keep bugs out of your window? Well, when you look outside, that's one way of seeing it. That's the way the average person perceives things. They look outwards. But you can alter your vision to see the screen itself. And that's pretty much the same. That's the example I use to describe the actual action you're doing. You're just shifting the way your eyes are looking. That's it. And you can actually see how energy moves. So you can look at a person, and if you do that shift on essentially the outline of their body, you can see waves emanate from their head. You can see waves emanate from their arms. You can see waves emanate from their body. And when you stare, when you can concentrate, and that's where meditation comes in again, because it's all about sharpening the concentration. Because if you have a sharpened concentration, and then you have that with an already imaginative person, it's over, nigga. You manifest reality. So meditation helps sharpen, and my sharpening exercise is to going back to the breathing when I meditate. Focus on the breathing. I'm thinking. I'm not going to go, oh, fuck, I shouldn't be thinking. I just go, whatever. I'm observing my thoughts. Go back to the breathing. I'm just feeling the sensation of inhaling and exhaling. That's the mindset I go into when I'm meditating. And then I get lost in that state, and I get back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it gets to a point to where it just stops. The back and forth just stops. And I'm in this in-between state where I just feel like everything and nothing. And it's like the most blissful fucking feeling. And I think this is actually what led up to that, what I was calling the fifth dimensional experience back when I first started the channel. Back when this happened, March 24th. This happened early in the morning, or technically late at night. But I was doing that type of meditation consistently. I was doing it like every day, and it got to a point to where meditation didn't feel like a chore anymore. I was just doing it because I was like, I feel like meditating right now. Almost like how, like, I'd be like, I just feel like watching a show right now, or I just feel like eating right now. It was like the same type of pleasure I was getting from it. But anyways, I realize now, like, I need to get back to doing that, and that's what I've been doing. I've been repeating that routine instead of like breaking off from it like I did the first time, and then the faculties kind of went down. I think I just needed to train it longer. I thought I already had the juice, and I was like, all right, I'll just do it later. But no, I'm gonna keep doing it way longer. Probably just integrate it into like my daily routine as like an everyday thing, because it is really fun once you reach it. But anyways, that's all I had to speak on. I want to know your thoughts on this. If you've ever seen that thing they've shown in the news, because I've seen it days, if not a week, before they talked about it on the news, and weeks before I found it on an Instagram post. So yeah, that's all I want to speak on. I was actually in the middle of editing a video, some earlier footage I had. I think it was about my perception of what an old soul and a new soul is. And I, as I'm editing this, I go on YouTube, Instagram, scroll down, I was looking at something. And then I saw that, I just stopped editing. I was like, fuck that, I gotta make this post now. Because, like, what? I completely forgot about it. So that's why I have the screenshot snippet of me talking to my girlfriend about it. But, yeah. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks very
I'll
much
see you
for
later.
helping me look.
Got a plan to get this guap, no popping pills, I'm limitless. Drugs can have a turn, I watch my ether with 4 elements. Collab with all them conscious folks, we know this matrix is a joke. With a couple words, we fucking wrap it up in anecdotes. Keep that magnum on me, I know Rick Rhymes. I woke up late, my wrist, it missed the deadline. Walk into the kitchen, travel space-time. Ate a couple fruits, now I see ley lines. Mudras filled with chakras, read them hand signs.
I'm looking for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Think it might help if you did know?
Well, it might, but don't tell me. I like...